1 2 1 2. Don't worry, we've got it sorted, mate. No worries. Here we are, guys. Apologies for the unfortunate radio blackout that we had for the first few laps of that previous stream. I've deleted it now, it's no longer there. So basically we've wiped that unfortunate blemish there from the record. But here we are then, we're just coming towards the end of lap 10. We've got pretty much 2/3 of this Grand Prix still left to run here, with Little Greavy leading the race, obviously on his worn hard tyres. He didn't come into the pits, that's giving him the lead, but he's going to be very vulnerable to this chasing pack behind him, who have all got fresh rubber on their cars. We've got a couple of drivers also on the medium tyres as well, the Grieve, Crazy Max, Felix and the Mott's Nuts, all on medium tyres. We're coming into turn 1 here. As that was 2 hiccups in a row there, because I didn't really take care of the first one. But the Grieve there has made the move, and V10 Ultra has lost it here coming through turn 1. Oh, and he's facing the wrong way. And V10 Ultra there, now well off at the back of the pack, and that's gone an absolute nightmare there for him. But Matty Pitt there's got ahead of Martin up into 4th place, coming through the S's. So a nice move there from him. A little bit of side there from the McLaren of Martin as he loses out there to T, and he's ghosting. So the drivers are ghosting here for him, which shouldn't be happening because they're on the same lap. Obviously they're not lapping him, so there should not be any ghosting here. I wonder if he's got the AI in the car. He must surely have the AI in the car here. That's the only reason why he should be ghosting at this point. So a bit of a strange one there for him. Something saying that Andy's been hiccuping for a week straight. That deserves some medal. Yeah, I can't stop hiccuping. It's basically because I don't sleep enough and I don't drink enough water. I've been told this, and for some reason I don't actually do anything about it. But yeah, basically it's just because I just abuse don't take care of myself. But nonetheless, we've got the Grieve here on the back of T as they're coming down the back straight down towards 130R. As she's way too far back to even be considering any moves at this point. Mott's Nuts has out-dragged Lukang down towards 130R, and he's up into 11th place. And Little Greavy's managed to, Dino even has got ahead of Gertian here on the exit of the chicane. So Gertian there losing a place, and Dino now up into P2 as they're coming down the start-finish straight here. But Gertian in the slipstream is going to look to try and make a move. He's going to be forced to the outside as Dino defends the inside line. Really good job there from Dino, parking his car on the inside. No way through there for Gertian. Gertian's going to have to think again if he wants to get himself into P2 here in this race. Dino, peach of a defence there on the inside, and these two quite right now seem to be just keeping Little Greavy on his toes. They're keeping within a second at the moment, and definitely not out of this battle here. Matty Pitt there running in 4th place ahead of T, followed by the Grieve, with Crazy Max ahead of Felix, and you got Martin currently on the back of the Mott's Nuts still in that battle for the final point here tonight. But coming on the exit of Degna 2 and down towards the Kobayashi hairpin once again, Little Greavy trying to extend his gap over these two who are squabbling at the moment as Gertian to the outside into the Kobayashi hairpin, but can't get anything done there. Tucks in. Is he going to go for a run down towards Spoon Curve? He might potentially be able to have a little look here as into Spoon we go, and it's Dino still with a bit of a gap here right now over Gertian as the Grieve still in the back of T, and Crazy Max has got Felix getting closer to the back of him as well as they're coming out onto the back straight here. But no dice here, no changes for, well, no position gain there for Felix, and currently the Grief still can't find a way through on T at this point. Gertjan, though, is very close on Dino right now into the chicane. Has to back out coming into the chicane because he wasn't far enough alongside him. Must have had a bit of a run coming through 130R, because I saw the gap was 700 as they came out of 130R. Down the start finish straight we go here, as DRS will be enabled the next time around, but not this time. But nonetheless, Gertjan doesn't need DRS. To the inside he goes, gets the move done there up into second place. Gertjan there now gets himself onto the back of the race, did a little greavy. Dino there could do nothing about it, and even with DRS not being enabled this time around, Gertjan there gets himself through, and the Grieve there's got ahead of T up into 5th place, so nicely done there from the Grieve. Now T's got to watch out because he's got Crazy Max and Felix right on him here as they're coming through the S's right now. But it is Little Greavy currently leading the race by just under half a second right now over Gertjan, with Dino here on the back of them. It's currently a 3-way battle for the lead right now here on lap 13 of the Japanese Grand Prix at Motive for Season 5 on the EA Sports F1 game. We've got 7 comments. He was saying with the amount of time that the safety car is going to be, Little Greavy might get a free pit stop. Yeah, I think potentially that was going to be the case, but he didn't come in anyway. He decided not to, and that was obviously the reason why. He's on very worn out tyres, but he's keeping Gertjan and Dino at bay here. We've got double wave to the flags throughout the entire track. In fact, we've got a safety car again, and it's because Luke Hang Vibes has crashed out of the race, I think. So that is another safety car, which is going to be a bit of a frustration here. And yeah, well, Little Greavy's got to come in now realistically. The other guys can probably go the full race distance, but Little Greavy, I'll tell you what, Little Greavy could stick the mediums here, stick the mediums on the car. I reckon he won't be the only one coming into the pits. I don't know where he's going to come out, but he could be in a decent position here in the final stint of this race. If he sticks the medium tyres on, he'll have a quicker car for the final stint. So this might not work out too badly here for him. Let's see if anybody else decides to pull the trigger. Looks like most of the drivers staying out. You've got Crazy Max into the pits, so is Felix, so is Genis. A few of the drivers are actually making their mandatory stop this time around. Well, Felix and Little Greavy were. A few more is just taking the opportunity here though. So Little Greavy's come out, and where has he come out? He's come out in P9, but he's on the medium tyres, fresh medium tyres, in comparison to the other guys who are on hard tyres that have gone a little way. So I wonder if Little Greavy can now try and pick off these drivers in front of him and maybe bring himself into the fight for, I don't know, at least a podium here in this race. You would think with his fresh tyres and obviously the faster tyres as well, and they can easily go to the end from this distance, from 13 laps from the end. Obviously about 11 or 12 of those will be racing laps, so when you factor that in, I think that Little Greavy could have a good chance here of getting a very good position here, as long as he keeps it clean and manages to make his way through the traffic rather comfortably. It could be a good position here for him, but it's currently Gertjan leading the race ahead of Dino, with Matty Pitt running in 3rd place. You've got the Grieve there ahead of T, followed by the Mutts Nuts with Martin there ahead of V10 Ultra. Little Greavy running ahead of Crazy Max, followed by Game for Life and Genis. Obviously Crazy Max, Game for Life and Genis still yet to catch up to the pack, but once they catch up to the pack, we should be good to go once again here. Tony Zero says Little Greavy's going to come in, take his chance. Yeah, definitely. He did that, didn't he? He's come out in P9 on fresh medium tyres, so he should be quicker than the guys in front of him. But is that going to pay dividends here? That's the big question that we're going to find out over the final part of this race. It'll be about a 12-lap dash to the flag here. Who knows? We could even see another safety car before we get to the end of the race. So it's far from over here for the Japanese Grand Prix at Motive here tonight, as the whole pack's now caught up. And are they going to pull the safety car in? It'd be a late call to pull it in here, but you could potentially bring it in here because everybody's now in the train. Or is it a little bit too late to make that call? I think the race control maybe decided to bail on that one, because it would have been quite a last minute decision there, and potentially it could have caused a few could have thrown a bit of a curveball for the guys who weren't really ready for it. So they were going to do one more lap here under safety car, so we're just starting lap 15, and it will be a 12 lap run to the flag, barring any safety cars. Obviously we don't know if there'll be any more safety cars after this. Who knows, we could be seeing crashes, we could be seeing carnage, but hopefully not, fingers crossed. But you know, who knows what might happen in the final few laps of the Japanese Grand Prix here tonight for Season 5 at Motive on the EA Sports F1 game. I want to say a big thank you to the 9 people currently watching live here on YouTube. If you guys are enjoying it, please do smash the like button and subscribe to the Motive Racing channel if you're interested in getting involved. Be sure to join our F1 community on, well, what's soon to be F123, currently F122. We're into the final 4 weeks of F122. We're set to actually finish our F122 season on the same day that F123 came out, because F123 is coming out way earlier than F1 games usually do. In my experience, F1 games usually come out, it's like usually the last week of June or the first week of July, but this year it's coming out in the second week of July, which is unbelievable. So basically, it caught us a bit unawares, so we're actually going to be running on F122 once F123's already come out, which is a little bit poxy, if I'm honest, but what can we do? You know, the dates have been there, they've been set in stone now for a long time. We can't really sort of go back on them, so it is what it is. It's kind of just all been, it's a bit concrete now. We can't really go back, as I say. People know how many races there are left in the season. It's not really necessary to cancel the race either, because, I mean, is it going to hurt to do one more race on an old F1 game when the new ones come out? I don't think so. I don't think it's going to hurt anyone. I don't think it's going to cause anybody any major stress. You know what I mean? I don't think it's going to really be an issue, personally. But nonetheless, we're coming towards the end of this safety car period here, so we should be about to go racing once again here for the final part of this race. Are we going to see any more safety cars, or is it going to be a clean run to the flag here? We've got our champion of Season 5 leading us around for this restart, wrapped up the title in the sprint race, did a superb job there getting P2. Oh my god, Dino's just running to the back of him here. Dino hits the back of Gertian coming into the chicane. Does he have damage? He's lost his left front end plate. Oh my god, look at that. He's missed. Yeah, that Ferrari is going to have damage. He's going to be paddling here. Dino's going to be in trouble. Here we are. Restart's now underway. So Gertian gets us underway over the line here to start lap 16 of the race. Dino, though, is going to be vulnerable with that damage to the right front of the car. Left front, should I say. Into turns 1 and 2 they go. As we can see Martin's AI once again in the car here. So Martin, you're not allowed to do that, mate. You're not allowed to have the AI in the car unless you've got a reasonable excuse. If you've got a reason, you can let us know. But obviously you've been a repeat offender on this. Little Greavy's got ahead of V10 Ultra up into P7 and continuing to make his way through, obviously on the fresh medium tyres, but Martin there dropping down to the back of the pack. It's currently Gertian leading though by nearly 2 seconds already here, so he's had an absolute flyer of a restart. You've got Dino there running in second ahead of Matty Pitt, followed by the Grieve, with T there in fifth ahead of the Mutt Snuts. You've got Little Greavy there running in P7 at the moment ahead of V10 Ultra, followed by Game for Life. You've got Crazy Max there ahead of Genis, and Martin there running on the back of them. But Gertian there coming into Spoon Curve, and he's already putting daylight between himself and everybody else here. So it's been an electric start here from Gertian, as we see the Mutt Nuts there going deep into Spoon, and Little Greavy looking up the inside. Can he get a run here? Little Greavy earlier on the throttle there, tighter line there coming out of the corner, but should have the move done coming down towards 130. We're still side by side here. Little Greavy and the Mutt Nuts, as the Mutt Nuts looking to the outside here. Little Greavy just squeezing him to the edge of the track there, onto the grass a little bit, and the Mutt Nuts has to concede that one. Little Greavy gets himself through up into P6. Good move there, getting his elbows out. A bit of rubbings racing there, but it's hard but fair, I'd say, from Little Greavy, and he's up into 6th place there, as I said, and he can now focus his attention up ahead of him. But obviously with Gertian there putting up a gap already, it's meaning that once Little Greavy comes up on the scene, gets himself into the podium places, Gertian could be up and away here. So potentially Gertian doing what he needs to do, doing enough here to take the Japanese Grand Prix win here tonight, and what a night it would be for him to win the race after taking the championship. It would be a perfect way to conclude his evening here at Suzuka tonight. But he's currently got nearly a 4-second gap already over Dino. Dino coming under pressure here from Matty Pitt, which is affecting his ability really to close in on Gertian at this point. Bit of a shame, obviously, we couldn't have Viper out on the track tonight, couldn't make it, had other arrangements, so unfortunately we didn't really see whether he could have been able to challenge Gertian. I know that he's often able to keep Gertian honest. I'd say Viper's probably got the pace over Gertian. In terms of raw pace, I'd say that Viper is probably the quickest guy here at Motive, but Gertian's got the race pace, he's got the consistency, and generally Gertian over a race distance is able to see Viper's challenge off. But it's always interesting to see Viper out on track, because you feel like Gertian hasn't sort of got it all his own way. But Crazy Max's error picks up a 3-second time penalty. I'm not quite sure what that was for. I assume it was for track limits. That's probably what it was. But Matty Pitt goes a bit wide there, coming through 130. He's still on the back of Dino at this point, as you can see them coming down towards 1 o'clock.